One of the surprisingly popular products in the cycling world for the last few years has been radar rear lights like this, which alert you to approaching cars from behind you and flash up a symbol on your computer or give you an audio alert to that approaching car, and pioneered by Garmin, but they are quite expensive. This one, however, from Magene, available from today's sponsor AliExpress, is just £80, so about half the price of that Garmin. But is it half the performance? Is it half as good as the Garmin benchmark? Well, to find out, for the last few weeks, I've been testing this Magene on my road bikes, on my local roads here in the Cotswolds, to find out if it's any good and whether this is a cycling upgrade we should all consider if we ride on the road and we care about our safety. So let's dive in and have a closer look, and I'll share my thoughts and summary on this Magene radar rear light. Firstly, it's a slim, lightweight and rather good looking light, so it doesn't look cheap at all and doesn't feel cheap either. And the radar has a range of 140 meters, the same as a Garmin Vario. And I find when riding my quiet country roads where I live, it often detects a car well before I hear that car approaching from behind. So as a sort of early warning system, it works extremely well. It uses ANT+, so compatible with most bike computers on the market right now. I've been testing it with a Hammerhead Karoo and a Wahoo Roam version 3, and it works flawlessly with no issues at all. You have a USB-C charge port on the back, so very easy to charge it up, and the run time, depending on the mode you use, is between 6 and 12 hours. And I found in the flashing mode I use a lot of the time, I got about 9 hours. So more than enough for a big long ride on a Sunday or a few rides during the week if you're commuting to the office, for example. But I do think the battery could be a bit more generous. It's very lightweight and very compact, so a slightly deeper profile for a bigger battery would be no bad thing in my opinion. I do like the fact we have a Garmin style quarter turn mount which mounts to any shaped seat post, round or aero very easily, and the mount stays in place on the seat post very well, and you simply turn the light to remove it for charging when it needs topping up when the battery runs flat. So that interface works extremely well. And the light offers 7 modes, a range of solid or flashing depending on your preference for having whatever lights you want, and you can have the radar on and the light off if you prefer. And one cool feature is the braking mode. So if you're slowing down at a junction, the light will get brighter and flash faster to let people behind you know, whether cyclists or motorists, that you are slowing down. How much difference that actually makes to other people around you, I don't really know, to be honest. Another useful detail is when the radar first detects an approaching car, it will flash brighter for a short while to let the car know. But it could do that again when a car gets closer to you, say like a countdown almost, so 50 meters, 10 meters, just a visual reminder for that motorist that you are riding along on the road and they need to give you space when they overtake you. I found the radar light very easy to use and set up, and it syncs with my Wahoo Roam version 3 very easily. I can control all the settings for the light and the radar very easily, whether you're riding on the left side or the right side of the road, how long you want that flashing to be on, whether you want a steady mode. So all very easy to customize and set up through the computer. By default, you'll have the audio beeps on, and it does give quite a loud beep when it first detects a car. And it also changes the tone of the beep depending on how fast the car is approaching, which is quite useful. So when you have a faster approaching car, it will beep louder, and that's a nice reminder that you need to be a bit more cautious if a car is approaching more closely. And on the screen of your computer, you have a small column which shows the car. It'll start at the bottom of the screen and it'll get closer and closer. And the color of that lane will correspond with the speed of that approaching car in the same way as the audible warning as well. But I find the beep kind of annoying to have it on all the time. It's okay on very quiet country lanes where you don't see many cars, but on a busy road it can be kind of annoying and kind of distracting in a group ride, I think. So I turn the audible warning off and just use a visual reminder on the screen, because you glance down from time to time, but probably makes most sense to have it on, that audible warning, so you know there's a car approaching. In the weeks I've been testing it, I found it to be very accurate, and compared to a Gen 1 Garmin Varia, I've also been testing alongside it to test the accuracy of the radar. It does perform very well, and as well as the Garmin in my experience. I've had no false positives or false negatives, so in this way it's reliable. When it tells you there's a car approaching, there is indeed a car approaching. You hear that beep or see the car on your screen, you look over your shoulder and there is indeed a car approaching. As I mentioned earlier, it often, most of the time, detects a car long before I hear the sound of the car in the distance. So as an early warning system, it does work really well. It's less useful on very busy roads with lots of cars approaching you. You can often hear them very easily. So in the cities, congested areas, it doesn't work quite well. A lot of noise, a lot of vehicles moving around. But then you still have the fact it's a light, and very bright, powerful light as well, with plenty of lumens to allow other road users to see you. So while the radar is clearly very important and a USP of the light and a reason for buying it, it's still a very good light as well, with 7 modes to choose from, flashing and steady. So as a daytime running light, even without the radar bit, it works really well too. Reasonable runtime as a lightweight compact unit, and looks good on most road bikes in my opinion too. In summary, the Magene offers excellent quality, really good performance. I've had no downsides, no issues, no false positives, none of that stuff to worry about. The light is very bright, easy to operate, turn it on, USB-C charging, easy control and customization via the computer. I like the quarter mount as well, and it's nice and compact and looks pretty good for a product that is half the price of a Garmin. The runtime could be better. I think that's really the only negative I can think of with this little light. So yeah, a very impressive product for the price. And the question of whether we need or you need a radar rear light is open to debate. But it's very clear from people I've spoken to on my local group ride and comments on videos and reviews around the internet, that while there is that, it's obviously easy to be cynical of something like this and you might think it's a gimmick, but it's clear that once people try it and use it and realize how the system works, they become big fans of the technology and won't leave the house, won't ride with a normal rear light, and we use it during nighttime riding and also daytime riding as well. And having a daytime running rear light is becoming a lot more popular, and I increasingly use it during the daytime, especially now it's autumn, so low light, and also this time of year you get that low sun, you get that sun glare, so having a light on your bike even when it's daytime can be very useful. And anything you can do to help other road users, car users, especially when they're distracted on their phones and whatever else it might be, is no bad thing. And the idea of having this as an early warning system, for lots of people, is easier than looking over their shoulder. And if you ride on reasonably quiet roads, you can find yourself looking over your shoulder quite a lot to make sure there's no car behind you, especially if you're riding on your own or you're riding with a buddy. So having this to take care of that look over your shoulder for a car, especially if you've got a dodgy neck like me right now, it does work really well and better than you might expect. So it's definitely a product, an upgrade I can see a lot more cyclists investing in the future, especially when the price is as good as this one is from Magene, available from today's sponsor, AliExpress. So AliExpress is your online shopping platform for all sorts of cycling products, from radar rear lights like this, to lightweight handlebars, to pedals, carbon fiber wheels, tools, clothing, and much, much more. And they give me some exclusive discount codes to give you, which are on screen right now and down below in the description of today's video. And you can save up to £30 when you spend over £200. There's also the cashback offer, where you join my team on AliExpress and you earn 10% cash back on everything you buy. And the more you shop, the more points you earn and the more you can save as well. And it's easy to join my team on AliExpress. Simply scan the barcode right there or use the link down below, join my team and then get shopping and enjoy some discounts thanks to AliExpress. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching my review of the Magene radar rear light, and I'm going to keep using this over the next few weeks and months as we descend into winter, because I like having this as an early warning system that cars are approaching, and does make me feel a bit safer on the road. So let me know what you think of the Magene and radar rear lights in general. Do you use one? Do you own one? Or are you a bit skeptical about the whole concept? Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again very soon.